Russia has renewed its diplomatic and media focus on the oil tanker Marinera, also known as Bella 1, which was recently seized by U.S. forces in a controversial maritime operation. The Russian consulate in Edinburgh has begun formal legal proceedings, seeking immediate access to the detained crew members who remain in foreign custody. According to reports published by the TASS news agency on January 25, Moscow's latest diplomatic plan focuses on securing the crew's safety and recovering the seized vessel. The Marinera tanker was intercepted and seized by U.S. naval forces on January 7, following an intense multi-week pursuit across the Atlantic Ocean. That same day, the White House announced that the ship's crew could potentially be extradited to the United States to face trial for alleged violations of U.S.-imposed trade sanctions. In response, Russian officials issued a strong statement insisting that no state has the legal right to use military force against vessels that are officially registered under the flag of another sovereign nation. Moscow also called on Washington to ensure that the detained Russian sailors are treated with dignity and that steps are taken toward arranging their safe and early return home. Days after, Russian diplomats claimed that the United States had promised to release at least 2 of the captured Russian crew members as a goodwill gesture. However, according to fresh TASS reports dated January 24, the 2 Russian seafarers remain in U.S. custody, with little clarity on their current conditions or legal status. At present, the Marinera remains anchored off the coast of Scotland, held under U.S. control following what American military officials described as a lawful seizure. The Russian consulate said, quote, "The consulate general confirms that the Russian side will continue to take all legal measures to obtain information about the current location and health condition of the captured Russian sailors, get consular access to them, and ensure their prompt return to their homeland. Protecting the interests of Russian citizens in the consular district remains a key priority for our diplomats." According to CNN, the tanker, also referred to as Bella 1, had been evading capture since December 21, resisting multiple U.S. attempts at interception before finally being detained. Moscow maintains that the Marinera was operating legally, noting that authorities had issued the vessel a temporary permit to sail under the Russian flag on December 24. In contrast, U.S. officials allege that the tanker was part of a secretive shadow fleet, accused of transporting crude oil in violation of international sanctions. These clandestine shadow fleets reportedly carry petroleum shipments on behalf of heavily sanctioned nations such as Venezuela, Russia, and Iran, according to Al Jazeera. Just days after the U.S. Navy captured the Russia-linked vessel, Moscow demonstrated its military strength by deploying a nuclear-capable Oreshnik missile in an unexpected show of force. The rare launch struck a Ukrainian military target near the country's western border, alarmingly close to Poland, a member state of NATO, on January 8. Then, on January 22, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky publicly warned European allies about the potential threat posed by Russia's new Oreshnik missile deployment. Zelensky claimed that Moscow had stationed several of these missiles in Belarus, a move that potentially places almost every major European capital within their strike range.